What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to demonstrate you how the Dahler Valve Controller works. So the reason why you need a valve controller is because the BMW does not fully open the valves, even though you might think so, in Sport and Sport Plus mode. Even with the valve, the control button from the exhaust does not always open. That is why we installed the Dahler controller in our car, and we'll showcase you how that works in our video. So there we go, we are in the BMW M8, and if you use the Dahler controller, which you have programmed onto the mirror, you can use the original mode, which we are in right now. So the car is now driving with the valves closed. And if you push the button open, the car will open up the valves. So right now the valves are open. Sounds lovely, and it's consistent. So the most important part is that the valves are consistently open. Now if I push it back to the original mode, so it's now back to the original mode, the valves are closed again. I'll turn left. You can hear that the valves are closed, but if you put it in Sport Plus mode, you can hear the valves open and close according to the car's emission standards. And that is because cars are only allowed to make a certain amount of noise, which is in some cases too much during certain revs. Look, it's closing now. So it's closed now. Well, it is still in Sport Plus mode. So therefore we installed the Dahler module, and now the valves are consistently open. Now you can drive around, enjoy the exhaust sound with the valves truly open. And that is what the Dahler exhaust controller, valve controller does. So you hear that the exhaust was closing the valves, the car was closing the valves around 2000 and 3000 RPM. And that is because of the emission standards according to the BMW ECU. And now it's consistently open. Car is of course still cold, so we're not going to push it. And even that was already sufficient to demonstrate why the Dahler controller is necessary. So we now push it back to the original mode, and you can hear that the exhaust is now closed, even though it is in Sport Plus mode. Now it's closed. You do hear the burble, so when the burble happens it opens up a little bit. But it's definitely not the same as when you fully open the valves. Lovely. On top of that, you can also use the Dahler controller, which we also have a remote somewhere here. You can use the remote to set up a memory mode, which means it will remember the last mode you put the exhaust valves in. So if you put it on exhaust valves open and you turn the car off, the car will remember that. And if you put it into the standard mode, the car will remember that as well. So there's a certain kind of mode that you can select and memorize when you so if you want to have the car always start up with the valves open, you can do that. So yeah, that is how the Dahler controller works, and we sell them, and we are happy to demonstrate the product to you if you are nearby. So yeah, happy with how the Dahler controller works. Definitely a must-have on these cars, otherwise you do not hear the true potential from the exhaust. It works on the M3, M4, M5, M8, and you also have them for the other cars like the BMW M240i, M340i. It's something you must install on these cars to fully enjoy it's something that you must install on these cars to fully enjoy the exhaust. Keep in mind that if you remap the car, for example with boot mod or MHD, there is an option for that in the system. But if you run a custom tune, not all custom tunes have the valve open option. So you have to keep that in mind when you remap the car. and the controller is perfect for those who have no remap available but want to install the exhaust anyway.